it's not easy. So it's an art. So I applaud them in many ways. So they dealt with rhythm concepts, and Miles was interviewed once on, I think it was 60 Minutes, and the interviewer said, "I see you at a lot of Los Angeles Lakers games. I said, are you a fan?" And Miles says, "I'm not there for the game. I'm there for the rhythm." And it was true. He was a frustrated drummer. He was always humming rhythms. When he had his back to the audience, it was because he was facing the drummer and telegraphing things for the drummer to do. And I knew, because Al Foster, as a drummer, got really pissed off one night before like about 60,000 people in Italy, and he stopped playing and folded his arms. And so the audience thought that there was some kind of technical problem. But Miles was back there begging Al, "Man, come on, man." It took about 5 minutes before Al cranked it back up. And after that night, Al got a solo every night. He had never gotten a solo before that. So Miles was a frustrated drummer, and he focused on rhythm. And so our kids already have a sense of rhythm, and of course we know that harmony is limited to a 12-tone system, but rhythm is unlimited. And so they've got that part of it. They've got that sense. So they can be taught to know what they're doing. So I would say that the work that you do is going to create that legacy for yourselves. And this is my last quote is from African philosopher. It says that the truth doesn't just set us free, but it obligates us to do something about it. So it's something that we have to embody, embrace, love, and impart. So I just implore you to make a commitment, to make an intention, to make a choice, to make a difference for our children's world and the world of their children and grandchildren, and to make them proud to speak your name in honor of your contribution to the rich legacies that make up the tapestry of creative human accomplishment in the 21st century. Thank you.
The last thing I wanted to add, though, is when Bobby showed the slide that said you could be a doer or an influencer or innovator, there's also, you can be a collaborator. And that's really has been the lifeblood of the Jazz Institute, which many people think that we're really a large organization because we do so many different things, but we're actually very small. The key to our success is that we're good collaborators. And I think we're good collaborators because of the music that we advocate for and represent. I mentioned at the top that the Jazzin's Teachers Advisory Council created this workshop. That's a classic example of how you all can collaborate with an organization that has the ability to get things done. We are really doing our best to advocate on your behalf. Part of that is by providing opportunities for you all to be together so that you can talk together, kvetch to each other, share your success stories. We feel that this is really one of the few places that you're able to do that. And we learned that from the beginning and the outset of our whole education program, that we just get 5 of you together in the same room and you start talking about things that have worked and things that haven't worked. And so I think the more you can gather, congregate, share best practices, talk about the things that really bug you, and maybe hatch plans to advocate for the continuation of arts education in Chicago Public Schools. We are here to help you, to facilitate that, to do whatever we can to make sure that you are able to continue to do what you do. We are very aware of what's going on both in CPS and around CPS with all these arts organizations building armies of teaching artists who feel like they can, walk in and take over your jobs essentially, and it infuriates us. We are your advocates. We won't abandon you. We want to empower you and strengthen you and encourage you and instigate you and ignite you and all of that. So I just want you to feel like if you have any ideas, if you have needs that you feel like the Jazz Institute can help with, please do not hesitate to give us a call. That's all I have, and I guess we have a couple minutes before the next session. So thank you all very much.